Well, it's arrived, unfortunately, the first frost. Good morning everyone, how are we going today? So, just come out here the first thing this morning. These are some of the earlier crossbred lambing ewes, so they'll let lamb at the end of this month, which is, I think it's 1st of May today. So, I bought some of that pre-drop out with a whole heap of goodness in it. We put them on the oats last week, so I've bought some lick out for them. It's got calcium, magnesium and zinc in it, which cereal crops lack a bit, so I'll put it up where they camp, somewhere up the top there. I think that's going to be the best bet. I bought a little bit of barley out too so that they can smell it, because I'll know what barley smells like. Some of the older girls from the drought, so I'll mix a little bit of that in with it and see if they have a go at it. Got my sidekick with me. Hey Max. So it has had a bit of rust in it, leaf rust in it, and the best thing we can do is just graze it off and promote new leaf growth. So that's why you can see it's a little bit discoloured. It has been hit with a bit of rust, so we'll just graze it off. These old girls will do a good job of that. So I've just come up the corner of the paddock here, the very highest point, and sure enough this looks like where the sheep have been camping. So I'll put the tray down here somewhere and put the lick in and come back tomorrow or next couple of days and just see if they're having a go at it. I'm sure they will be, they usually do when they're on cereal. Oats is looking pretty good though. It's up to my knee. It's not saying much though, I'm not very tall. But yeah, this paddock's about 15 hectares. And the variety of oats is black buck, I do believe, from memory. Bit of an update on the ryegrass and clover mix. You can see really well there now the lines on where the drill's been, but it's poking along pretty well. You can just sort of see the clover poking up underneath it. It's a bit hard to tell, it's still very small, but yeah, this is obviously all the ryegrass, and the clover has got a broader leaf. I don't know that the camera picks it up very well. You can see really well in the sun this morning how it's going. A few wild passes there made by me. It was pretty hard to tell with the disc seater where you'd been, so I was pretty well just driving off the GPS really. I'll blame that anyway. Gotta blame something, don't you? Alrighty, so next on the list we're shearing tomorrow, so we're just gotta clean up a few bits and pieces of wool. These are all little bits and pieces that sort of, you know, like the bellies and just little pieces off the floor from shearing. So we're just putting what we can together into one bale, like all the stuff that mixes together. A few fleeces left over and stuff, and just trying to clean it up before shearing tomorrow. We've also got to just screw this back on, because that's the holding pen. The sheep go in there, and overnight this can pull apart like that, so I've just got to fix it.
Guarantee you never seen better. There ain't no way you will forget her. You know it when you take her out tonight. She's not just one of the ladies. She ain't gonna fall for the same old lie. You're in trouble, baby. this woman. You can bet that in the moment she is gonna own it. She can put a man in his place, and she can steal the show for days. And when the spotlight hits the stage, boy, she is on it. Guarantee you've never seen better. There ain't no way you will forget her. You know it when you take her out tonight. She's not just one of the ladies. She ain't gonna fall for the same old lie. You're in trouble, baby. No time to take it slow. You gotta show what you got. Anything it takes to keep from moving on. You know it when you take her out tonight. She's not just one of the ladies. Yeah.
So I'm just going down to check the hay feeder in the twin used paddock, see if they've ran out, and check the lick too, the pre-lamb. They're out of hay. Looks like they've been into the pre-lamb too, but it got a bit wet. So I might I'll bring some more down. It's not rained for a couple of days, so hopefully they'll get into it and eat it before it gets wet again. Ideally you'd have a little proper tray with a little roof over the top, but you can see in here, because we've only got a certain amount of room up the shearing shed, we'll put some sheep in here overnight. Probably move that baler out of there, they'll probably rub up against it. We've got to keep the sheep dry before they get shorn, because it's not very good to shear. It's not very good for your health to actually shear wet sheep, and also it'll go mouldy. It could go mouldy in the bale if it's too wet. So we'll shed them over the next couple of days and let them out during the day, obviously when it's sunny and they can dry, and then shed them before they get shorn. Does anyone else ever forget their sunglasses and remember how bright the sun actually is? That's me today. Then you spend the whole day squinting and giving yourself a headache. Alrighty, so just loaded a few loosened bales up, took 4, sold 4, so just on my way home now. The other shed's just down the road a bit. Had to drive the tractor down there to load them. I think the shed's pretty well cleaned up. Might be a few little things to do, but nearly be time to shed them, I think. I'm just going to go and muster 90 young crossbred ewes, get them home. We're going to shear them too. They've only probably got 6 or 8 months wool on them, but they need to be bought in line with these ewes. They're ones we bought, so I'm going to go do that now. They're fit anyway. Running all the way home, that's always a good sign. Push him up. Push him up. Here, Maggie. Good girl. Here, Mags, get up here. Here, Maggie. Here, Mags, get up. Doesn't take you long to get up, does it? Lazy dingo. Dad's washed the floor by the look of it. It's good. So it just cleans it and like I disinfected into hot water. Just cleans all the bad stuff that could get in and infect the ewes. If little cuts or something in the ewes and they rub on the board and get a heap of dirt and crap in there, it could cause a disease or something, or an infection at least. Well, there's the weekly pull. Back to shedding sheep. So we are actually going to use the machinery shed down there. So I'm just going to count 120 off and leave them in the yards and put them in the shearing shed up here. And the rest can go down the other shed. It's a lot easier to run them down there than to try and run them underneath. Like there is space underneath the shed as well, but it's a bit wet under there and it's just easy to take them down the other shed, I think.
You know what, when you take her out tonight, she's not just one of the ladies. She ain't gonna fall for the same old lie. You're in trouble, baby. No time to take it slow, you gotta show what you got. Anything it takes to keep from moving on. You know it when you take her out tonight. She's not just one of the ladies. Yeah, she's gonna make you work for it.
Go back. Get a walk.
And when you see those lights go down,
Best way to tell if they're too tight
and you know
is if they're jumping up on each other. So I might just have to put a few more in there and shift a few in here. That's generally a good sign that they're just a little bit too tight. So the rest are pretty happy though. There we go. Much better. All ready for tomorrow. Just got to put a pack in there and then we'll be right. Got 2 shearers plus me coming tomorrow. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a little bit of shearing preparation, and then I'll film tomorrow too and explain a bit about why we shear right before winter and before they lamb. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you in the next one. Alrighty, see ya, bye.